Okay, here we are. I've just had my 36th flight using the HK600GT helicopter, obviously from Hobby King. It was a test project. Everything on this helicopter is stock. It is exactly what came in the box, obviously taking great care to review every item to ensure that it was suitable for actually fitting for health and safety reasons. I deemed it was. Many people on the net would replace this. They would also replace the gear inside there, tail drive gear. These are known for being pretty flimsy. They probably change that. Some people go as far as to change the swash from day one. And I think that's about it. Forgive me if I've missed anything there. I can't think of anything else that I've read that people would normally change as straight out of the box. However, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to see what they could put up with. At the risk of crashing, I know, but that's me. Okay, so basically I said everything was stock build. I'm going to change that because this part, I had to change this part here due to a bad landing. I clipped the tail here, these the tail blades, smashed this and broke it completely in half, and it had to be changed. I also believe that I damaged that at the same time. If you can see that there's actually a bolt missing here. It's broke off at the top. So pretty bad landing, but in all fairness, I can honestly say, original belt, that survived. It literally just broke this bit here. So, not sure why that bolt head broke, but it appears to be missing. Okay, so I've had a quick look over it. What's the differences between when I first built it and after 36 flights now? 36 flights, they're about 6 minutes each. That's about 3.5 hours flight time. In that time, it's had 2 good checkovers. Obviously, a pre-flight check for each and every flight, which I'm hoping that we all do. These are dangerous machines. You never know when something's going to come flying off. You should be always checking before you take off that everything's fine. Okay. The only thing I've noticed here is some of these are now getting particularly loose. For instance, this one here. I mean, I can literally just move that now around. I mean, that is quite bad. I'll be changing that for some align parts. That's not good. But the only thing that I really don't like is this swash, because this swash is, well, basically it's had it. If I can just try and demonstrate that, I don't know if you can pick this up, but that actually moves now from side to side quite badly. And I don't know if you can see the bit inside the top that goes around the main shaft, but that's actually moving about really quite badly. And I'm hoping you can see this. That is really quite bad now. I mean, the whole swash is just looks like it's about to rip itself to pieces, to be honest. That really wants changing. Just to validate that against something like an Align T-Rex. I don't fly my T-Rex very often. It's probably only done about 15 flights since new, but there is absolutely not a little tiny fraction of a play in there, and that was the Align T-Rex ESP combo pack. I don't know if the thrusters are different, so I thought I'd just validate that. Electronics wise, if you read back my posts on the Hobby King 600 thread on RC Groups, you'll see everything I fitted. Just a quick recap: I've got the Turnigy 600T 4030 1100 motor there. That's been on all 36 flights. I've got the cheap, few dollars, 5 amp Turnigy Beck 5 volt, running at 5 volts on here. That's been on all 36 flights, never any higher than 30 degrees. Motor about 35 on the outside, 50ish on the coils. Degrees C these are, and I've still got the Turnigy. I'm going to swap them out, but it's the Turnigy 85 amp ESC on there. Again, I think about 49 degrees is about the highest I've spotted there. I've been trying different tail servo. Oh, sorry, the cyclic servos, still the originals that I put on. These are the Turnigy MG 958 cyclic servos. They've done all 36 flights. I like them. You know, unless you know, one of these people who want to do 3D, or you know, it's got to be exceptionally reaction fast, then exceptionally reactive. Then, frankly, I think they're fine. Currently running a GA 250 gyro on the back. Lovely gyro. I like it. I've been a big advocate in the past of HK401 gyros for the beginner machine, because they don't mind a bit of vibration. It means you can get back up in the air really quickly. But they're not what you could call authoritative on the tail. This little baby, I love it. It's cheaper than the HK401 as well. Check them out at Hobby King. I was currently running yesterday a Line DS650 on the tail. I've swapped that out this morning. This is a Blue Arrow D50011MG. I did a video of it yesterday on a bench test. I like it. I have to say I like it. I've had to put the ball joint, the ball slightly further out. I'd got it with the align, so I got it on 7.5mm. It's currently on about 11mm out. It didn't like 7.5mm, far too close. Didn't like it at all. Sloppy tail, rubbish. But moving that out, that's really made it perform well. I know it's not very fitted very well here. It's not very in line. It's just, I just threw it on just as a test. I had to obviously lower the gain. Obviously, when you move the ball out, you have to lower the gyro gain. Otherwise, you'll get the old waggly tail syndrome. Other than that, everything's fine. The only thing I've done over the 36 flights is tightened up the tail belt. I don't know why, but it seems to want to be loose really quickly. I don't know. No matter how tight I get these screws here. It just seems to, it's either stretching or this is moving in. I'm not sure which, but it's, generally speaking, it tends to get quite loose really quickly. Nothing else to report really on this baby. All the play in the head is literally down to the swash. I don't know if you can see that. I'm wobbling the flybar paddle, and the swash is just moving around. And that's all. If I had three hands, I'd be able to hold the camera and waddle that about and hold the swash at the same time, and there'd be no play, or very little play, should I say, in the head once I'd got rid of that swash. So that's got to come out. There's very little play in the head at the top across the flybar, feathering shaft. Sorry, that's great. Again, if I wobble this about, it's literally all down to the swash. All the movement there is the swash moving about. Original main shaft, yes, I know everybody says never fit the Hobby King main shaft, but it's done 36 flights, it's fine. Feathering shaft, Hobby King. Everything's been fine. I've got a few of these loose. I think I mentioned that already. Some of them want swapping out now. Don't like them. Didn't like them when I first came to fit them. Couldn't see any reason not to fit them, but I didn't like them. So all of them are going to be changed now for the T-Rex eyelets. These are fine. I prefer direct to swash if I'm honest, but you know, for the price, you can't complain. Let's just zoom in on these gears, because I know everybody's going to think, oh, the bloody gears are a bit of rubbish, but they're not. They're actually quite good. There's nothing wrong with those gears at all. It's all about the meshing. Making sure that you've got the correct meshing. Making sure that motor, that drive motor there, sits nice and in. If I can get a better shot of that, I will. Nice and in. So it's not too tight, but it's properly meshed. It's not just running on those outer teeth. It's got to be nice and meshed, but not tight enough to cause friction, because obviously that means you'll drain your batteries quicker and you just heat everything up unnecessarily. But spend some time getting that meshing right. It's very important. There's no play there. There's nothing. I mean, obviously you've got some bend there, but I mean that's just because it's plastic. But it sits nice and close. Very good. Other than stripping it down for checking the bearings, but it flies okay. Apart from, I mean, even with this, even with the swash as loosely as that, you know, it flies okay for my kind of flying. Bit of sport flying, a few circles, back and forth. It still flies fine. I'm just worried that might split in the air, cause an accident. That is quite dangerous. So that is coming out. Okay, I think that's probably the final bit I can say for reviewing this. I should keep flying it until something packs in. But all in all, nice and cheap from the original parts. Like I say, I've changed out of this RX. I did have the AR6210, 60 something pounds. Sorry, I can't convert that quickly to dollars, but that's 60 something pounds from the local hobby shop. Swapped out for something like $15 or something like that receiver, including a satellite receiver at this side. It's flown okay. It's done probably at least 15 flights with on there. That's not done too bad. So that saved me a few quid. And the Align DS650 I bought cost me $62. Sorry, £62. Again, I don't know what that is in dollars. I assume it's about $99 or maybe a little bit less. I wanted to find something cheaper. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to try again the Turnigy MG958 because I think with a bit of playing around I might have got that really quite good. Although we'll have to see. It was a slow servo, and I'm not sure it's gonna be a good match to this GA250. But I might try it again. But for $22, this servo, for now, it's only had 4 flights. But for now, I'm thinking that's probably good value for money. That's probably good value for money if you just want to get a bird that flies, a bit of sport flying, a few circles, a few loops, learning on. Doesn't matter if it crashes. I have paid before about 75, maybe £80 for a Futaba 9257 servo on the back end here for a 450. Crashed, the blade swung round, smashed it to smithereens, ruined. So it's worth really just sort of thinking about that and thinking, well, okay, I'm learning, I'm going to crash, let's keep the parts bill down. Okay, I think that's the final review. Thank you for watching.